Hello Makeup Void, I'm Trin and welcome back to my channel. It is another low buy update and I promise you, fingers crossed, I promise you I am going on a no buy in December. Yes I am. I can do it. If you're doing a no buy in December, I encourage you to do it too. One of y'all are encouraging me and supporting me in doing this no buy, so fingers crossed that I can survive. It is November 29th when I'm filming this. I would like to film this tomorrow when I have some products in my hand, but I can't because I have to work tomorrow. Unfortunately, because it's a Saturday and I don't want to work on a Saturday, but I already signed up and it's too late to back out of it. Anyways, that's irrelevant. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, this low buy update also includes some empties, also includes my Project Pan update for the upcoming year. These will be two separate videos, but for now I just sort of combine them and we're just going to keep them combined for now. So like, dislike, subscribe. Let's go ahead and get rolling. Talk about how my low buy has been going. It's been rough, like it has been rough for the past long time, but I haven't bought any blushes, so I count that as a win. Any month where I don't buy a new blush is a win in my books. So let's talk about, do I have any empties in here that are new? I used up my Bliss sunscreen. That's not new. I used up, oh, I did use up the, finally, like there's a tiny bit left, but it's not going to come out of the container and I'm not going to cut it open. The e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide. I did use this up this month. I will not be repurchasing it. I did repurchase a mini of the original and I like the original better than this one because it's a little bit glowy and I don't like a little bit of glow to my look. I like a matte on matte on matte on matte. So this is not for me, but if it is for you, it's a great product. If you like a little bit of glow, I just like the original more because it's not glowy. Okay, products that I purchased. So I did repurchase the e.l.f. Glossy Lip Stain Glow Reviver Lip Oil. Glossy Lip Stain, something I did buy, but from another brand. The Glow Reviver Lip Oil in the shade, let me just put on my glasses real quick. I did remember to put on my glasses. My vision is a little bit blurry today. We might keep the glasses on for the majority of the rest of this video, actually. Just ignore the glare. So it is the Glow Reviver Lip Oil in the shade Honey Talks. Honey Talks, so the brown one. I bought this in December of last year and I immediately lost it. And I was like, you know what? I really miss a brown lip oil. So I went ahead and purchased it again. So that is technically a repurchase. I mentioned in my last OBI update that I was really tempted by the e.l.f. Finest Black eyeshadows. And if you saw my Deca Painting Project Pan, you know that I bought 4 of them. I kind of regret these. And I kind of don't regret these because they are very beautiful. But some people are saying that they're a dupe for Urban Decay. Some people are saying that they're not. People wanted to say they're a dupe for Patrick Ta. I haven't tried the Patrick Ta Duo eyeshadows. I have no intention of doing that. I really don't think these are due for anything. I think e.l.f. is just trying to do e.l.f. things and making products affordable. And they haven't done single eyeshadows, so I think they're just wanting to experiment and do some single eyeshadows. I don't think these are due for anything. Now, these do have quite a considerable amount of grit to them. They are gritty, which I don't like. And I also find that they hit hard pan almost immediately and I don't like that, so I have to dig into the product to get it like to appear on my eyes. Let me actually remove my glasses real quick so you can see, because I use the shade Champagne. Yes, I used the shade Champagne Showers today, but I did use the e.l.f. No But Shadow Stick in the shade Champagne Crystal as a base, and then I use this on top. I watched Jen Fell's review of these shadows and she said you pretty much have to use a glitter primer with them, so I then use a glitter primer on top of it to make this work. But it's really pretty. It's really freaking pretty. A little bit underwhelming, but it's really pretty. For one and done eyeshadow looks, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with them, but on their own they're a little bit underwhelming. I definitely think you need a base of some sort to make them pop. So that's my little review on them. I did repurchase a new eyebrow pencil because I have to repurchase those once a month. I in last month that I purchased the Unearthly Not Normal palette, and I didn't know when I'd receive it. I did receive it. I did a 3 Lit Spin palette review on my channel. It's relatively recent. Go check it out. Dude, it's a great palette. I freaking love it. I freaking love it. This video should already be up. I did purchase the Endlessly Rain Happy Go Lucky palette. It's the cutest palette of 2024. I'm just calling it. Like, the color story is not the cutest, but the packaging is definitely the cutest palette of 2024. I adore this 6-pan palette. I think this shade is a waste of space, but that's fine. It's completely fine. Great formula. If you know Endlessly Rain, you're going to love this. If you love the color story, you're not going to go wrong with it. And then I think I mentioned it in my I don't care about Black Friday sales video that I was looking at ColourPop for their glossy lip stains because I think, what's the shade called? It's a shade called Sugar. I can't talk. The shade called Sugar Snap. So I was talking about in that video how I might place a Black Friday ColourPop order to get that, and then a few days later ColourPop was like BOGO on eye and lip products, and I was like, okay, well, this is exactly what I needed because I wanted to buy that glossy lip stain, and then I wanted to pick up more of their cream gel eyeliners. So when I saw that BOGO, I was like, okay, here we go. Here we go. So the reason why I wanted to film this video tomorrow instead of today is because the order is actually arriving today, so I would like to have the products in front of you to show you this, but they're not in my hands yet, but it is out for delivery today. So I'll be able to start playing with them tomorrow. So I bought 4 eyeliners. Yep. So I bought Sugar Snap. I bought the eyeliner in the shade Icebreaker, which is a minty green. I don't have a minty green eyeliner. I bought the multi-chrome eyeliner. I have one of the multi-chrome eyeliners in the shade Wild Kicker. No. What are you called? Please don't be worn off already. Oh, it's already worn off. It's their green multi-chrome eyeliner. I don't think these have a multi-chrome shift to them. I just really like the formula, and I like the pop of green that this has. So I got the shade Icebreaker, the minty. That's not a multi-chrome. That's just a mint. I thought a mint would be really pretty. I got the multi-chrome orange to red to gold in the shade Movie Star. I just want an orange eyeliner. I have an orange eyeliner. I don't really care for the formula of it. I don't really care for the color. So I thought, let's replace it. I bought the purple to teal to blue navy in the shade Power Trip. I bought the purple to just navy in the shade Ventura Boulevard. And then I bought 2 of their limited edition shadow sticks. I bought the sparkly purple, sparkly mauve pink, not purple, sparkly pink, and the shade Next Spot, and then the sparkly black Out at Midnight. And then lastly, I bought their lip oil, the clear one in the shade Lychee Jelly. I bought the clear because I loved having a clear lip oil for the morning since I don't like digging my fingers into lip masks. But actually, what I have ended up doing, so I did start doing this after I bought Lychee Jelly, because I just missed a doe foot applicator and applying my morning lip oil. I bought these silicone applicators for eyeshadows like back in June or July, and I started using them with eyeshadows. I was like, I don't really tell the difference between like using this and my finger. I don't really tell the difference. I stopped using them, but so I bought like a 5-pack of them. I actually started using one of them as a little spatula for my lip mask. So I have been doing that a lot. So this is kind of like a unintentional favorite of the year. It's just buying these and using them for my lip mask. So, but that was after I bought the Lychee Jelly. So I just miss a lip oil. I just miss a standard clear lip oil. I didn't think it would be so necessary in my collection to purchase, but I kind of feel like it was, so I did it. So those are all the things that I have purchased. I am looking forward to getting those products in my hand and to start playing with them. Really looking forward to that. I think those are all the purchases that I made in this month. So let's move on to my project ban. This is really a cluster mess of everything But first off is my CoverGirl Red Cap foundation. This is the Extreme Wear Outlast Light Airbrush Finish foundation. I have mine in the shade 810 Classic Ivory. The shade is a smidge too light for me, so I mix it in with the Urban Decay Face Bond foundation. So since I've rolled it into this project, I have used it 20 times. So for the year, I've used it 33 times. I don't think it's bad. So one day I saw windowing on this foundation. I was like, I haven't seen windowing on this before. That's interesting. And the windowing is gone. So I have no idea. And I keep it upright, so I thought the windowing would come back, and it hasn't. So maybe I just made the windowing up. I have no idea. But I've used it 20 times since the start of this project. I really like this foundation. I can't comment too much on the formula because I've largely mixed it with other products to get a proper shade match for me. But on its own, from memory, when I didn't mix with them foundations, I think it's really good. A little bit goes a long way with this foundation. A long way with this foundation. So you don't need a lot of it all. So the Urban Decay Face Bond is like a little squeezy. So what I'll take is my foundation brush and I'll just make a little circle with the face bond and do like half a pump with this in the center and then dot that around my face. And that works out really well. So that's a really good combo. Don't hate it. Really like it. I don't know why do I use up that foundation because I literally only use like half a pump at a time. So no idea when that's going to happen. I use Persona Bubble since my last update. I think I've used it 10 times, which I think is grossly inaccurate because I do the updates on my computer. My computer's over there, so I point to it. So I do keep the tracking every day on it. I only have tallies for 10 uses. I know that's inaccurate. I didn't take it out so I could show y'all. And I need to take it out so I could take a picture of it. So, let's open it. So, as always, or has been since I rolled it into this project, I had to scrape out all of the product and put it into a component so I can just dab into it. So, I've used this a total of 95 times this year. And I don't think that's accurate because according to my makeup tracking, I think that's off. But I have made a lot of progress on this blush. Like I thought, my goal is to use it up this year. That's not going to happen. But I have made quite a bit of progress since I've rolled it into this project pan. I think it was originally a Deca pan, then I moved it into this project pan. So I don't think I'm going to use it up this year. I know for sure I'm not going to use it up this year, but I'm making a lot of progress. I'm moving in the right direction, so I appreciate that. What is next? NYX Natural. It's Itty Bitty Baby. You will see by the picture, I didn't make too much progress this month, but also I haven't really needed to sharpen it. So since my last update, I have not only used it 8 times. There is no way I've only just used it 8 times, but it's this itty bitty. The goal was to use it up by the end of the year. That's not going to happen. But we're still moving in the right direction. That's the kind of general thing for all of these updates. We're moving in the right direction. Next we have the ColourPop lip mask. Their Pokeball one, which is the lip mask I use. I did not take a picture of it last update, so I need to take a picture of it. I just took a picture of it, but I don't have like comparison photos. But we're getting down to it. Are we anywhere near close to finishing it? No, absolutely. We have used it a total of 21 times since entering this project, and a total of 48 times this year. So if we're going by like my lip product or like my blush, bronzer, highlighter, hit pan rules, 50 uses of hit pan, we nearly like hit that goal. But we're nowhere near to using this up. I don't expect to use this up in a month. I have the lychee lip oil coming in, so I'm going to focus on that to include in my tier ranking for all of my products that I've tried this year. So I have to get going on that tomorrow. But again, we're moving in the right direction. The fact that I've used it 21 times this month, definitely going there. Next we have the ColourPop Glossy Lip Stain in the shade Tutti Frutti. I did reach my goal on this, and I didn't realize I was hitting a goal in this project, so I didn't think of something to roll in. Oops. My goal was to use this Glossy Lip Stain 5 times, and I did that. And then Ofra Samantha March highlighter. My goal is just to expand the pan on it. I know I have considerably expanded the pan on this. So before entering the project, I used this a total of 7 times. So since then, I have used it. So that brings it to 10. That brings it to 24 uses. So 24 uses in the past month. And like the pan has expanded. That's the whole point of this, is to expand the pan. The biggest failure is my Super Shocks, because I'm stupid. So my goal is to use my Super Shocks 18 times. I've used them 8 times. Granted, we could reach that goal by the end of December. We could easily hit that goal, just because I have 4 more palettes to use for my eyeshadow palette ranking video. So I can actually film that video probably next weekend, which is going to be so hard. I'm not looking forward. Okay, not looking forward to that. But maybe I can film it next weekend and it could go up the following week. Who knows? I have no idea. Stay tuned. We'll see. But yeah, so I can focus on my Super Shocks for the rest of the month. I didn't use them. I don't know how I used them 8 times. I think I used Frog as like an inner corner highlighter like once or twice. And then I had Hydro Pump from ColourPop in your Project Pan. And so I used that. And I can't believe that I've used Super Shocks 8 times to begin with. I have no idea. I know I used Ritz one day. I have no idea how I did the rest of it. No freaking idea. So maybe we'll hit that goal. So technically we have a rollout for Tutti Frutti, and I'm not going to roll in anything else. I'm not going to look at my vanity and be like, oh, what else should I roll in? We have 1 month to go. I don't want to roll in anything else new. I don't want to. So we're not going to. 2 additional pans that I hit this month. Both are powders. So I hit pan in the CoverGirl Simply Ageless powder. I only have 4 powders. 2 of them are pressed, 2 of them are loose. I hit pan in both my pressed powders. So I hit, like, the pan was itty bitty when I mentioned it in my makeup diaries. It was just barely. And then today the pan just exploded. And I was just like, dang, the pan just got really big. So this took me 39 uses to hit pan. And then the Natasha Denona High Glam Powder Foundation took me 25 uses to hit pan. So let's look at so this purple has 0.39 ounces or 11 grams of product. This has more. So this has 12.5 grams of product or 0.44 ounces. Interesting. But it took less uses. The reason for that is, I believe, is that I use this as a powder foundation several times. Like I didn't just use a fluffy brush to set my face. No, I used a powder puff to get a good coverage for this foundation. So I think that's why I hit pan on it so quickly. I think if I only used it as like a setting powder for like a little bit more coverage in the CoverGirl, it would have taken less uses. Also, that is considerably more powdery than the CoverGirl. The CoverGirl is pretty hard pressed, not super hard pressed, but it's more hard pressed compared to Natasha Denona. So I don't know, but I did use the High Glam Powder Foundation as a powder foundation several times. So it makes sense that I hit pan on that and less uses than the CoverGirl. So I am going on no buy for December. And my brain's like, with the exception of eyeshadow palettes, no. Because eyeshadow palettes can wait for January. Also, I want to save some money. Also, my husband's losing his job next week. So I have things I need to take care of before makeup. Do I plan on going a little bananas in January because I'm doing this? Yes, but here's the deal. I'm doing I'm doing a tier ranking of all the products I've tried this year. I don't want to bring anything new in December and prolong that video to have to like prolong. I'm so sorry. Like the tiredness just hit me in the face. I don't want to have to bring anything new to prolong my tier ranking for that video. I don't want to bring in any new eyeshadow palettes to prolong. At this point, I think if I buy another eyeshadow palette in December, which I won't chastise myself if I do break my no buy, I'm mostly talking about a no buy for like everything besides eyeshadow palettes, which I think I could feasibly do. But in terms of eyeshadow palettes, like, what is going on? I usually don't yawn in these videos. Like the new Ensley Rain mini palette, I can imagine myself going for, but if I do purchase an eyeshadow palette in December, I'm just gonna wait until next year to include it in a ranking video. Any eyeshadow palettes I do buy in December, I'm just gonna hold off and just be like, you know what, you know what, let's just wait until next year. So any palettes I do buy in December, we'll wait till next year. I can imagine myself picking up the next 6 pan from Ensley Rain, but other than that, I'm not doing anymore. Not doing it. Not gonna do it. So I want to thank y'all so much for watching today's video. If you made it down this far, leave a cat emoji so I know. As always, have joy and bye.